I used to think that time moves forward in its own freedom, but it soon became apparent to me after reading this book I was wrong. Time moves forward only with the freedoms man gives it. As we speak, the great Korean nation, or Chosun, lays divided at the 38th parallel. On one side, man has allowed time to move forward to an age where going to the toilet is a divine experience, and on the other, some are found with no toilet at all. My book review today is on the book entitled In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. At a glance, this book seems to be about a North Korean girl's escape to freedom. But as one soon discovers, it is about more than that. The book leaves no stone left unturned in the sombering journey of the author Yeonmi and her family's escape. The book touches on wider topics not for the faint of heart, such as the human injustices faced in North Korea under the Kim family's regime, sex trafficking, corruption, human trauma, the traumas of rape, brainwashing, and so on. In this book, the author gives a rare picture of life above the 38th parallel. Some things I learnt in this book were shocking and unimaginable to people like us in our Western world. The book speaks of the brainwashing of the North Korean peoples from an early age, and how the people are made to believe that they live in true freedom and their country is the greatest one on all the earth. They are taught to view the Kims as saviors of the world, with the West being devils and the South Koreans as the worst of them all. The author writes in detail about the governing system and the social structure in the country, such as different levels of status, known as songbun. This for me was a personal highlight of the book, as I, as most, have not never really heard about what goes on in North Korea. The book tells the true story of the author Yeonmi, who was more exposed to the world outside as she lived in the city of Hyesan, which is close enough to the Chinese border for the people to see how each other live. Due to this closeness, Yeonmi and her family were exposed to Western versions of the ideas of freedom and liberty. Enlightened to their circumstances, the family takes on the dangerous journey to leave. As not to spoil the book, I will only tell you that this is one of the greatest stories ever lived and written. What makes this book unique, however, is that the story doesn't end there. After the escape, the family has to learn how to be free as known to us. They have to learn a different language, but also entirely new emotions, which the North Korean language could not express as they were never taught those feelings. One that baffled me most is how Yeonmi had to learn those romantic feelings towards the opposite gender we all consider as natural. It made me think of how, in this country, many of us have moved countries and yet still cannot anticipate the feeling of moving worlds. In a way, it is almost equivalent to time traveling. Though this book made me think about philosophical ideas such as what is freedom, are we not also taught everything we know and therefore brainwashed? Without taking up too much time, I believe too much time delving into these topics, I would advise you to seek out the book and read it for yourself. All in all, the book goes hard. This book is hugely unique in our day and age, and there is no story quite like that, of escaping a country that has cut off itself from all modern society. I would recommend this book to anyone in this hall, or virtual hall, teachers, students, and especially those into philosophical thinking, as we can all take away something from it. I do recommend a strong stomach for anyone reading this book, as some aspects are quite disturbing. The book is compelling, inspiring, and as my friend Luke would say, all round hearty as. The book is currently available in the school library. You guys should definitely give it a read. Thank you.